heart in a wild twisted maze. Leather, steel and fire, the open roads are thrown. By your life televised, we're breaking every bone. Adrenaline insurgents, brace from the fall. Hitting it with HardWire. Hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing me. In the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey. This life is ours divine. With HardWire, the crowd screams our name. Chasing down the shadows, we're addicted to the fame. Chains rattling loud, the brotherhood's alive. Every episode dark, we're here to survive. From dusk till dawn, we're the keys of this thrill. Hitting it with HardWire. Hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing me. In the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey. This life is ours divine. On the edge of chaos, we embrace the feel. Hitting it with HardWire, we'll always be here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Hittin' It with HardWire on this fine Sunday. How's everybody doing? We got Hank and Code and Evil Rick and the old lady. I told her I was going to talk about her, so she said she has to watch the show to see if I say anything bad about her. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. I wanted to show you this real quick because I was watching this right before the show, and I thought you should see it. Can you see that? Okay. I know there's been an issue on StreamYard lately with seeing video. BD's been struggling with it and whatnot, but I could see it. I hope you could see it.
Why don't you wear a suit? You're the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you do. You own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting
I
the
don't have
dignity of this
such-
office.
I will wear a costume.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times. A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards. But
cards.
right now, you don't.
Very
Yeah, you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I
playing
very
cards.
this
We
cabinet.
gave you through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president $150 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks. Of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious. The AI things they're creating.
Yesterday, President Trump hosted Ukrainian President.
The AI things they're creating right now from that video are crazy hilarious. So how's everybody doing? That part where they show Joe Biden with his face like, oh, that cracked me up. Oh, I seen a couple of them where they show Trump and Zelensky fist fight. No, those are great. I just searched that Trump Zelensky AI fight, and that was the first one to come up, and I about choked laughing. Oh, as usual, this week in politics, we got Republicans and we got Democrats squaring off in a cage match, fighting each other tooth and nail because they don't give a shit about anybody but themselves. All of them. I don't care. Republicans too. All of you. Get your head out of your asses. Run a country. I mean, Trump's excuse me while we have this moment for technical difficulties. What's that? My crap laying on my desk. Yeah, I had the blue screen of death again. And, yeah, you know, it happens, I guess. I didn't have a chance to go down here and work on my computer to fix it. So, sorry about that. I apologize. I apologize for my technical difficulties. I'm going to, I don't know what's going on here with the stupid crap. Not wanting to work right. We have, you know how it goes. Like I was saying, anyway. Don't turn it up that far. If I scoot over this way a little bit. Follow me, camera. Follow me, everything is alright. I'll be the one to tuck you in at night. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, we have a little technical problems. As I was saying anyway, Trump's doing his best. He's trying to, root out a lot of the corruption. He just wants to cut the spending. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. Really nothing wrong with that. You got to cut spending. Every president's wanted to do it. Bill Clinton wanted to do it. Obama wanted to do it. Just about everybody's wanted to do it. Nobody's ever succeeded at it. For the same reason, Trump, for the opposite reason, Trump is succeeding. Trump has balls. He's getting in there and he's getting it done. He's just doing it. Obama, Clinton, all of them were afraid of pissing people off, afraid of pissing off the establishment. Trump, he doesn't care. He's just in there and he's smashing everything. And that's the way, bull in a china shop, But, yeah, what's going on in the government's fucking ridiculous, man. It's like an all out fucking, excuse me, everybody fighting everybody. And the sad thing is, the American people are who loses out on that ultimately. It's us that lose whenever they want to fight. Democrats won't get off the DEI train, even though it's a loser topic for them. Most people don't want to deal with that shit. And it's as plain as day what everybody says to begin with, okay? Nobody said transgender people can't be transgender people. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. You want to do what you want to do what you do. Nobody cares. But you can't get in there and start forcing that opinion on other people. That's just how rights work. Okay, you have the right to say you want to be what you want. You have a right to tell everybody who you are. But everybody else has a right to tell you what they think too. Simple as that. They don't have to do what you say. And you can't force it on them. I got a message earlier saying that my camera is having trouble keeping up. Keeping up with the frame rate. I don't know why. I didn't have this problem before. My camera's always worked pretty good without all the issues. I don't know why it would have trouble keeping up with the frame rate. It's having trouble with this stupid program I'm using, I think. And there. Doesn't look as good. We'll turn this program off and see if it helps us get by without any technical difficulties here. We'll hook directly to the camera. And we will turn this on. Try to adjust the picture a little bit. See how we end up here. I don't know, that other program must have been helping a lot with the picture look better. Anyway, I realized, okay, this ugly mug, it takes plastic surgery to make that look better. No camera is going to make it look better. I understand this, okay? I understand it. I have a full grasp of what's going on here. What's up, Mike? How's it going, man, on this fine Sunday? We did pick up the camper last week, and I ended the show a little early last week saying that the old lady said that there was a leak in the bathroom. There was some pink crap laying on the floor, and she took a picture and sent it to me. And being that we just hauled it and just parked it, I was worried. I said I would go over and check it out. Went over the puddle, took some paper towels over, and there was a puddle in the bathroom. And my first instinct was to check the toilet. So I opened the toilet lid and it's full of water, pink water. So you put two and two together. The guy at the showroom turned the water pump on to explain to us how to turn the water pump on and everything. So what I think happened is he forgot to empty the toilet, and when we was hauling it home, it was splashing up out the toilet. So I don't think it's an actual leak. So that's a good thing, I guess. Yeah. Camping World. I'll shout them out. Camping World sold me a camper with a cracked windshield, and they refused to fucking fix it. So, to Camping World. But, Big fart to Camping World. They sold it to me and didn't tried not to tell me about it until I seen it right before I left. And then I mentioned it to them, and they're like, "Yep, can't help you. That's expensive." So they gave me an aggressive quote. They said an aggressive quote to have the windshield fixed, and it's over $2,000, which has me mad. You sold me the fucking thing like that. You should fix it.
Yeah.
They're trying to give it to me. But I think a cracked windshield, a crack in the windshield of the camper, I don't think it'll cause it to leak. It's like cracked windshield in your car. Water doesn't come pouring in the cracks. I think I'll put some vinyl over to help keep it from spreading and fucking let it go. I could claim it on my insurance, but that's going to make my insurance rates go way up, and I don't want that. Oh, I bet you they would have fixed it had I noticed it whenever I first looked at it. But coincidentally, the Murphy bed wouldn't go down so you could see the inside of the windshield. From the outside, it's real dark tinted and you can't see it. You have to really, really put your eye right up to the tint to be able to see it from the outside. But you go on the inside where you could see out, and yeah, you could. It's plain as day. And it's off to the one corner. It started out you can see where it started out a little rock chip, and it kind of went like this a little bit. Once it starts spidering like that, they can't fix just a chip anymore. Or I could go to Safelite and get the chip fixed. Only choice I think I have is to put vinyl up and try to keep it from spreading and protect it a little bit. It's not a huge deal, but I hate whenever they sell you something. Tell you it's worth this much money. It's so valuable, and then fucking something that cost $2,000 is wrong with it. They didn't try to sneak past you. And since I signed the paperwork before I noticed it, they're going to let it slip past. Because now they're like, "Oh, you're shit out of luck." I tried to get them to like split the cost with me, like 50-50. No. Not going to do it. Their quote is better than a couple other places that quoted me the cost to fix it. So it is slightly aggressive quote. But whatever. Still a nice little camper. It's a little one. It's not huge. It's not going to sleep. I mean, it's got enough room for quite a few people, but you can't walk through it like more than one person at a time. It's got a little. Everybody asked me why I didn't get the ones with the slide out because they got more room, and I'm like, that's way more shit to worry about. Seals and motors and things to worry about. I wanted to keep it simple. What's it? The KISS principle? Keep it simple, stupid. I'm a newbie camper owner. I don't need more things to figure out and worry about not leaking and whatnot. We did get it on a 7-year loan, so it's a shorter term loan than what they do a lot of campers. So that's good to me because I want to get it paid off quicker. The payment's higher, but I wanted to get it paid off quicker anyway. Oh. Yeah. Sorta. Until you've taken a bike apart. I better bring the comment up. I said more stuff to go wrong, right? Oh, hey, S. Click on your comment before I noticed you zoomed in here. My bad. Good to see you, man. Hey, Naomi, you're a first timer on my show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the jungle, baby. And unfortunately, to my wife's dismay, I have to talk about women. And I don't talk about motorcycle club stuff very often. This once, I want to talk about how to conduct yourself as a woman whenever you're out with a 1% club, all right? If your old man tells you not to drink or to drink only a little bit, you do what he fucking says. there's a reason for it. You don't go out and get all shit-faced and act like a dumbass. Not because my wife acted like a dumbass, but I did tell her to quit drinking last night, and she did not, which is not good. And when we got home, she couldn't walk to the house. I had to help her in the house. Yeah, she drank too much. And there was I've seen a lot of things, man. I've seen women get into fights with their old man, and I'm telling you, as a woman that hangs around, if you hang around with a club, if you're mad at your old man, keep it in until you get home. And if you want to fight, do it at home. Do not do that when you're out with the club, ever. Do not throw a fucking temper tantrum. Do not start yelling at anybody, yelling at your old man, yelling at somebody else. Do not do that, ever. Take it home and do it at home. Do not do that when you're out with the club. When you're with the club, you represent the club, period. So do not do that shit. I haven't had an old lady go out and pick fights or anything, but I've seen it plenty of times. Don't take it out in the parking lot. Start fighting out in the parking lot because people still know who you're with. Don't do it. Take it home. Fight at home. Do not make it a club issue. Do not. Because that looks bad for the club, and it's going to give your old man a really hard time. So do not do that shit. Makes the club look bad, makes your old man look bad. Just don't do it. Yeah. Okay, I'm behind on the comments here. Oh. Hey, Mike, thanks for bringing a new victim to the jungle. Now you listen to my bullshit for a little while. My channel's a lot more laid back. We just kind of talk and bullshit amongst the family here a little bit. I tell you what's going on in my life, and we talk a little bit about news if anything's going on to be interested in. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to catch up with you guys here a little bit. What's up, Mrs. Lance? Yeah, the old ladies typically don't listen because they're women, and we know how women are. Naomi, you can attest to this, I'm sure. If a man tells you to do something, your first instinct is to do the exact opposite because you don't want to be told what to do. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, if you have an issue listening to your old man or listening to club rules or anything like that, stay home. Because you're gonna get if your old man, if that's really his thing and he loves to do it, then you're gonna get him a very hard time. And that's just if you can't follow the rules and you can't listen when you're told to do something, stay home. Because believe me when I say you don't like listening to do what your old man tells you, you don't like catching shit, neither do we. And that's what's going to happen, is you not wanting to listen causes us a bunch of shit. And shit rolls downhill. If the wrong person notices what you're doing, they're going to make a big whiny stink about it. You might think it's little and it's nothing, but somebody else is taking serious offense to it. Don't cause your old man that kind of shit. Just don't, man. But yeah, I forget what all happened this week in politics. I pay attention to it every day, but like I've told you guys a bunch of times, man, in one ear and out the other, man. I don't let it stew around in my brain. Oh, you can't, man, because it'll eat you up. I'll put this up to help Naomi out here. Here, Naomi says that you need to contribute to the Insane Wheels Network family at the Cash App below. Donate. We appreciate it. Everybody appreciates it. Donate, 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 donate. It's like, what is it? The March of Dimes for Mike. Help the poor little crippled kid. Oh, that's horrible. I shouldn't have said that. That was my bad. I don't have a filter, man. It popped in my head and came right out. Oh, that's bad. I shouldn't let things do that, but yeah, it happens. We love you, Mike. Give you a bro hug. Yeah. You ever run into one of them guys that gives you the brother hug, but they hold on a little bit too long, and all of a sudden it gets real awkward? Yeah, that happens once in a while. It's like, okay, let go of me now. Now you're making it weird. Don't gaze into my eyes or anything, man. Oh, God, I shouldn't have ate that weed gummy before I come on. Shame on me. Oh, HardWire, you got no business having a YouTube channel if you ain't got no filter, man. Cancel culture, gonna get my ass. Don't forget, Mike's. Me and the old lady's packing up the camper. We're heading down to Alabama for the Mike's 4th of July party, and I want to see everybody there. Everybody that can make it, get your ass there. We're gonna have a good time. Since I'll be in a camper nearby, within crawling distance, me and Mike's gonna drink it up. And shoot ourselves with fireworks accidentally in the face. So after the 4th of July weekend, if HardWire's clean shaven, you'll know why. Apparently he caught himself on fire lighting fireworks or something. Good times, good times. You guys refresh my memory. What happened this week in politics? I done forgot. Zelensky come crying back to the table. We all knew he would, because it's not like he's got lots of other choices. You know, he does not have a ton of choices, so he's got to do it. You know, the world needs peace anyway. People don't need to die. Take a chance of getting everybody else involved in another world war is just not cool. I think it went the wrong. There we go. Now we're getting some color back. No oversaturated picture. It bugs me. I got like ADHD when it comes to that, I think. The best words of wisdom, and I even have the audio. Yeah. Love that button. Special thanks to Mike Ball at Insane Wheels for allowing us that button and not charging us every time we hit it. That is the famous Mike Ball and his own words of wisdom for everybody. I forget what all these buttons are now. Oh, there you go. The good joke. Yeah, you know what I like about Mike is he's full of that self-confidence, you know? But he's not a jerk about it. You know what I mean? A lot of people have these overinflated egos and they have these puffy chests, you know, and Mike knows his value and he's also not a dick about it. He's got a great sense of humor. He could take a joke. You know, Mike's a hell of a good dude, man. That's just all the best qualities of a brother, and you could trust him. And that's one of the few qualities, the very rare qualities that you don't find every day in people anymore. He's a good dude, and I appreciate him. Last year I drove down to Alabama. Me and Mike just kind of started talking a little bit here and there, and chit chatting, and we didn't really know each other. But I took a chance. Said, you know what? Hell with it. 4th of July weekend, I got a day off anyway. We're going to drive down there and meet and talk to Mike. And I said, hell with it, man. Let's have I'll do your show, and you can do an interview quick, you know, and I'll be your first special guest in Alabama. Not his first special guest ever, but in Alabama since he moved. And it was a good time. Learned a lot about Mr. Ball. He's a hell of a good dude. But I'm pretty sure he's still single now. I mean, might want to snatch that up while you can. He could use a good woman, but don't fuck him over, man, because he's got a lot of family that would take it personal. And some 1%ers that would come and get you if anybody breaks his heart. Right, Mike? My mic is loose. Okay. We're getting it. Should have called it Getting It with HardWire. And Redneck Side Motorcycle Whips, if he's still here, he started his own YouTube channel. And he has a show at 7 o'clock called The Burning Room. And this is a Redneck Side Motorcycle Whip. And the weather's warming up, and when the weather warms up, I will go outside and whip the shit out of something with this, and I'll record it for your pleasure. Not a person, and I will be the person, no matter how much you might want me to. I'm not going to be the person with this and record it because, yeah, obvious reasons. But I'll get a watermelon or pumpkin or something, and we'll whip the shit out of it and record it for you. That'll be fun. Take out some frustration. He's got a special. I started saying and I got distracted. He's got a special on tonight at 7. He's interviewing somebody. He didn't tell me who it was. Got an interview with somebody. A special secret guest. What, Steve? How's the healing up coming, man? I hope you're healing up all right. I know the it's a decent day out today here in big Ohio. The heart of it all. So it's fairly decent. It's like 45 or something out, which is warm compared to the last couple of days. And I think this week we're supposed to warm up to 60s and close to 70 one of the days. We just need a good rain to wash all the salt off the roads, and it'll be time to break the bike out and get it ready, do the oil change, my seasonal oil change, and what is it? Light the fire, check the tires, and light the fires. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that, what it says on the screen. That guy be on his show tonight, so check it out. Pretty sure I will, unless I run into some kind of issue. Be checking it out. Yes, the rapper. Yeah, Mike was but I was down there, believe it or not. I'm sitting there talking to Mike, and he threatened to beat me with his extra leg. The leg sitting over there, and he says, I beat you with it. Pretty sure he was kidding, but he might not have been. You never know. But I stayed at a hotel a little ways away from Mike, so I didn't really get to party it up or anything with Mike like I would like to have of. But this time, we're hauling the camper all the way down there, and I'll be somewhere within crawling distance. No, I can't remember the last time I ever got so fucked up that I couldn't stagger across to wherever I'm going. It might be a zigzaggedy, crooked line, but I made it. I got one DUI back in 08, and I don't ever want another one, so that's why I'm real fucking weird about drinking and driving. I don't do it. So I won't have to this time around. But BD said the camping pad is his, so hopefully there's like someplace else I could park a camper. If he's gonna come and take the pad, he can have it, and I'll take any other level spot. Any other level spot where I can park a camper's fine. Carve me out a spot alongside the road. I don't care as long as I don't get up in the middle of the night and step out and into traffic and die. It'll probably be Mike, the one that runs me over. I didn't see him, I swear. Oh. Oh, jeez. I got to back up a little bit. That was funny. I missed that there. Oh. Yeah. Let's pick on Mike's leg time. Gotta have that. And this segment is brought to you by Mike's Extra Leg. Oh, wait, he lost one, but he had a second. Now he's a two-legged person like most normal people, right? Just happened to be having an extra one, right? That's funny. You guys are so crazy. I can't say I never have. Obviously, I have. I got a DUI. I jinxed myself. I was sitting there talking to a friend, and never do this because it does happen. Okay, it can happen. You can jinx yourself. I was looking at him and I said, as many times as I've drank and drive, I can't believe I've never been busted. And like a week or two later, ta-da! Here you go. You can totally jinx yourself. I should say, don't drink and drive because you could hurt somebody. Right? That's what I should say. Don't drink and drive. It's fucking expensive. And you could hurt somebody. Oh, Mr. Lee, how's it going, man? Let's try not to get yourself chopped up. I seen that picture. Ow. Yeah. Oh, there's Bob. How's it going, Bob? Keep your illegals on your own side. We're trying to give them all to you. You guys are the fun-loving, progressive people. You're so accepting. Well, here, you can have all these refugees from Mexico because they're seeking asylum from being poor. There's a lot of really poor people in America that don't get as much help as some of them guys. Where the hell do they go to seek asylum? Canada. That's an idea. Or Lee, are you gonna make it for the 4th of July party? Hope so. We'll see you there if you are, man. No, we're sending all the Californians to Alabama, apparently. Oh, yeah. We don't have any fruit to pick this time of year. That's all right. We have winters in America. There are seasons here, too, where they can't pick their fruit. That's when they start shoveling snow in the north and I don't know what else they do. Work at the chicken factories up here. Dude, whenever I was in high school, I remember I was in wood shop at the time, and I heard people talking about this guy who got his ran his hand across the dado blade. If you know what a dado blade, it's the one that takes the big chunks out of the wood for grooves and stuff. It's a saw blade that, like, yeah, it's got a bunch of blades. Some of them have a bunch of blades and whatnot, and they cut the groove like for oh hell, I don't know what it is, like dovetail joints or something. One of them joints that have grooves and shit in it. And I heard him over talk saying somebody did it. It was my older brother that did it. I found out who did it. Yeah, ran his hand down. Apparently, it didn't get too deep because it never, like, he's never had any problems. Like, healed up and it wasn't a big deal. But saws can be dangerous. I keep forgetting there's a little bit of a delay in some of this stuff. Uh-oh, Mike said it again. I got to push the button.
Yeah.
That way he can have audio to his comment. The only one who gets audio comments is Mike. Sorry about that for the rest of you. Yeah, and I grew up with actually he married one of my cousins. He had only had a couple fingers on his one hand all the way through high school and stuff, and apparently he got it in a lawnmower. Ow. That's what I always heard anyway. Good dude though. He's always pretty cool to me, you know. That's why I say, man, you got to be careful when you do things. You got to think. I know it's easier and quicker sometimes to do things the more dangerous ways, the easy way, you know. Sometimes it's not worth the risk, man. It's not. Too many bad things can happen. Whatever you want, I'd imagine. I thought about saving up some money to bring down some steaks or something. But we know what I was thinking would be really cool. A bunch of us ought to have Mike start a fund, like a party fund, on a separate fund thing somehow, Mike. And we'll all pitch in for like a pig or something. We could rent one of them pig spits and have them bring it down and cook pig. Well, that'd be pretty cool. It ain't cheap though. I know a whole pig to put on one of them decent sized pigs to cook is expensive. What's up, Doc? How's it going, man? I hope you had a happy birthday. Your birthday was the other day. I seen it on the Facebook, I think it was. Yeah, we're not really talking about anything special today. We don't have a good topic for the day. I was thinking about, I looked up the Gettysburg bike rally that Dr. Harley always talks about. He says it's a good time. Since I have a camper this year, last year I found out about it kind of a little late and hard for me to plan for it. This year I'm thinking about trying to plan for it if it's a good time. I'm taking a camper over since it's fairly close. If the doc says it's a good one to go to, I'm going to take his word for it. Oh.
Shit.
Yeah. Shit. We don't have we should have our own balloon popping game for Mike. He can be the bachelor in a whole series of we'll line up Naomi and Jess and a couple other girls and play pop the balloon. Remotely, apparently. Well, I do it remotely because Jess is all the way in Australia and she don't like airplanes, apparently. We're working on it. We're working on it there, Biker News. We're working on it. He's got about 30 wingmen in here trying to help him out. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, anyway, Zelensky's crawling back to Trump for help. Trump agreed to let the free trade agreement keep going until it expires in April or something like that. Because he knew he'd probably get sued and wouldn't be allowed. I'm going to turn that off for now. I think Mike's got the luckiness of having most of his wingmen are married men, so he doesn't have to worry about that. My wife's an asshole sometimes, but I love her. We're a good fit for each other. She's got to learn to listen a little bit once in a while. Oh, you guys. What else happened this week? I seen, what all was it? I seen Kash Patel said he's going to root out a lot of the BS that's going on. Oh, I just seen that just now. Rednecks. I think that's a little late now, but I just now seen it. Your message. Yeah, I keep having technical difficulties with this computer. I don't know if it's something I did to it or one of these stupid programs I'm trying to accomplish things the more difficult way. And yeah, that might be one of the issues. I had a fairly good week, but like I said, when you buy a camper, they don't tell you about all these secondary things you got to buy. I had to buy well, depending upon what kind of camping you're going to do. And I knew a lot of my camping will be off the grid, not necessarily at places where you have hookups. So I bought a generator. Whenever I went to the camper lot and told them I wanted to put it, they asked me how much I had to put down. I was like, I got this amount, but I really hope that you'll take less so that I could have the money to buy a generator. And they did. They took exactly the generator's cost less. So I ended up buying a generator, electric cords, sewer hoses, water, fresh water drinking hose. Then you got to buy the gray water hose. And then I had to buy, damn it, I lost my train of thought. Surge protector thing to protect your camper from surges. I had to buy these little anode things that you screw into your water line. There's a bunch of crap that you have to buy secondary. And I'm not one of them kind of guys where if I know I'm going camping a month away, I'll buy a little bit here and there until that day comes, and then I'll be ready on that day. I bought the camper last weekend. I felt like I immediately had to buy everything I needed. That way, when I want to go, I can go. Because I couldn't stand the thought of having something that expensive sitting there and not have the ability to use it because I don't have all the stuff I need. So we're hurting ourselves a bit financially to make sure we have all the things that we're going to need for going in the camper. And I think we pretty much have everything now. I know the one place I know I'm going camping this year doesn't have very good cell phone reception, so I bought a cell phone booster. And I didn't want to screw the antenna into the camper. So my idea was to put on a metal pole post and get a retractable pole, put it that way I could just throw it in the camper or whatever and then come out and put it in the hole and put the antenna on it, run it over and plug it in and then I don't have to put any holes in the camper. Hey, what's up, Drazo? Glad you made it, man. Good to see you. Just on here bullshitting. Thank you, Naomi. Yeah, hit that like button. Helps me out. We do this once a week. Family check-in, family time. I want to call it fellowship. But that word has weird religious connotations. But fellowship amongst IWN family on Sunday, since Mike's the only day he's got off to not do a show. So we're filling in the empty space. With a much lesser quality show. But hey, it's something to fill in the gap, man. What's up, Gary? Yeah, we just get on here and talk a little bit about the news. If you can remember what happened in the news this week, because I'm having like problems remembering what all happened this week. I watch a lot of nerd like documentaries and stuff about quantum physics and things, and I guess I shove so much in. I think every time I shove stuff in, like I kill some of the old stuff, it gets squirted out somewhere. Oh boy. But like I say, what I was trying to see what else happened this week. I can't remember. But Trump's pushing Russia and threatening to levy a bunch of sanctions on them and whatnot, which makes sense. You threaten one side, you threaten the other side. You say that you're in the middle, trying to push them together a little bit. I get it. That's, it's smart in a way. I mean, it's a lot smarter than the alternative. The smart move, but there's always the chance that it might not work. There's always that chance, right? Yeah, my camera's retarded. There's always that chance, that it may not work, and then you're just pissing everybody off, which Trump seems to be doing a good job of anyway. So that's probably what let's hell with it. Let's just piss everybody off. Yeah. As soon as it come out of my mouth, I knew somebody was going to say something. Yeah, let's see. I don't think I can do that from here. If I don't make it crash, I'll bring up my YouTube. I mean, yeah. Articles for the day. Elon Musk says U.S. should leave NATO. No. Everybody's been saying that for a while. I don't know what it is, and it drives me nuts about the news media nowadays, man. I mean, come on. It's like you're playing on the people's fears and driving a wedge in between the country for a buck, and it's really disgusting and pathetic and sad that people in the world do that to make money. It's horrible. That's what I'm doing most of the time. Whenever I'm on Mike's show during the week, I'm usually working, but I got my earbud in, I'm listening to the show, and I try to comment once in a while when I can. But still got a job it needs done. Hey Doc, you said that Gettysburg thing was a good time. Was you like serious? That's worth me trying to plan on this year? Because I'm thinking about planning on that. Oh, I agree. Full immunity for the cops would be a very bad thing. They do need to have a better definition of whatever it is they're going by for that. Because it seems to me, I never read the law, but whatever the law is that usually protects them, it might be a little loose because they've been able to prosecute them for doing things that they do in the line of duty that they have to do. But if they can prove that somehow that the cops are corrupt, then they shouldn't just be given immunity. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. I don't think Ukraine had nuclear weapons, but I'll have to look into that. Unfortunately, see, you got me talking about something that it's a sensitive subject because I don't like cops, but at the same time, I understand the necessary evil of it. But one of the problems is you don't pay cops enough money to put their life on the line all the time. So it makes it more tempting for some of them to take that extra money somewhere. And I understand, you know, why they would feel they deserve more for the things that they do. I just don't appreciate, you know, the way that some of them do it. I don't like cops. I don't, but I understand it's a necessary evil. Without it, I don't know, without it, you'd have chaos everywhere. You gotta have that. I understand why. Yeah, I'm sure, pretty sure Zelensky got back to Ukraine, and the Ukrainians were like, hey, man, what the fuck? We need him. Even if you don't want to and you don't agree with what they're saying, just shake your head and go, sure, yeah, just send us more money. When you're asking for more money, man, the last thing you want to do is go and be confrontational, man. That's just common sense. So is that telling me you got no common sense or what? Come into the White House and act like that. That was horrible. If you want somebody to keep giving you money, man, you don't act that way. One of Elon Musk's rockets went up and blew up again, I guess. If you didn't get a chance to check out his Elon Musk's interview on Joe Rogan, check it out. It's a really good interview. And Democrats said stuff about him not having top security clearance or something and getting access to some of the stuff that he gets access to. And he says, I've had to have top secret security clearances for, he said, basically launching these rockets or or missiles, basically. So he's got to have clearances and permissions to do all this stuff, or he wouldn't get to launch these rockets. Which makes sense too, you know. Yeah, I watched a whole documentary about Ukraine and how corrupt their government was before and how they've been fighting and warring and all that shit for a long time. They don't tell people that. They act like the war just started, and this has got a long history of Ukraine being in turmoil and on the verge of war for a long time. It's you don't want to believe everything you see in documentaries because some of them come very politically motivated. But the best thing you could do is go to all kinds of different sources. And this is what plays true. And I've said this a million times about stories you hear. Like if you're friends with a couple that breaks up and you hear both sides of the story in this argument, he always paints a certain picture, she always paints a certain picture, but usually the truth is somewhere in the middle. And it's the same way with a lot of the information you hear. You listen to the right wing, you listen to some of the left wing, and usually you got to draw a line. It's somewhere in the middle. The honest truth is somewhere in the middle. That's typically the case. I really do hope they get to the bottom of all that shit. All the money we were sending over to other places and all the corruption, and obviously somebody was cashing them checks. I don't care what anybody says. They're not actually sending $20 million to Pakistan for gender studies or whatever. They're not doing that. I know it sounds ridiculous because it is ridiculous. But that's what they decided to name it. As they sent checks to somebody. Who was it on the other side? Because I'll guarantee that somebody on the other side was cashing them checks and sending them back to politicians' fucking pockets. I guarantee you, and I want to know who the hell they are. The bad thing is it's probably a lot of people that we normally would think of as good politicians too, because unfortunately, almost all of them are getting piles and piles and piles of money from some place other than their salaries, and because these guys get rich on very little money. Well, I won't say very little money. They get paid a handsome salary. Don't get me wrong, but they're accumulating way more wealth than a person should that gets that kind of a salary. Oh yeah, I've long said, a lot of people say that they've seen where the government spends 10,000 on a screwdriver, $100,000 on a hammer. You really believe that? That's their way of hiding money to secret programs, and that's like Cook the Books 101. They move the money somewhere else so it looks like it's coming. It's used up here. It's accounted for, but it's actually used somewhere else. I guarantee you that's how they pay for a lot of their black ops things and things that we aren't supposed to know anything about. That's how they hide that money. But they ought to be more transparent with the American people. They ought to have, even if it just says secret programs and an amount of money that goes to these secret programs. You don't have to tell us everything about what it is. You don't want to compromise whatever crap you're doing, even if it's shady, whatever. You don't want to compromise all that. You don't write $100,000 for a hammer. You got to put in there for secret, some kind of program, But that's Cook the Books 101. When you see stuff like that, that just means they're spending it or using it somewhere else. And somebody's hiding it. What's up, DED? Yeah, I want to try to watch Ghost Eagle show this morning too, but you come on like early. It must be I don't know, late at night for you or way early in the morning for me. Well, like I say, I guarantee you, a lot of these gender studies and programs, and that's what makes the Democrats look so guilty of them being the ones that's getting a lot of this money, because they immediately go, "What? They were putting, we were sending condoms to such and such country. Well, they were putting them to good use. They really need them rubbers, man. Come on." That's the first person you look at, the one who's saying something ridiculous like that. Whoever gets upset, man, that's the ones you want to watch. Yeah, I don't doubt there's a lot of really corrupt people. I mean, I'll bet you if it came out to the public how many people in Washington are accepting this dirty money, yeah, I'll bet you a whole lot of Americans would be awfully pissed off, because I'll bet you it's like I say, a lot of people you normally would think were good, you thought were good people. Because when they start waving a lot of money in front of your face, it's hard to turn down. Especially if you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Well, I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to do this. I'm not sure which one I want to do. And then one side says, hey, here's some money. Like, well, I guess I can let that push me one way or the other. I don't think either one's really bad, but, you know, even the temptation for some of them guys is so horrible. I'm sure. But, you know, if you do the crime, man, you got to pay the time. You know, even if you think that if it was a worthy cause, something you did something awful for. If you get caught, man, that's it. So don't get caught. Oh, Steve, did he say he was leaving? See you later, Steve. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate you. I do got some stuff I gotta do today. No, my wife had enough shots last night. Like I said, I had to help her into the house. And last time she got drunk here on the show, she ended up calling off work the next day because she felt like shit. So she's not allowed to drink on Sundays anymore. She can't handle her hangovers like a big girl yet. Even if it hurts and it sucks, you still gotta suck it up. Go to work. No matter how bad you feel. I'm surprised though. I said that she's not allowed to drink on Sundays, so now she's probably gonna go, oh yeah? You say I can't drink on Sunday? Watch this. I always get hangovers. That's why I only drink like every once in a while, because it takes me like a week to get over it. I don't get like sometimes the old lady, she'll get like nauseous and stuff the next day. I usually just have a headache and I don't feel very good. I feel just drugged down, and then I usually feel that way here since I've gotten older for like a week. uh, what's up, Paul? How you doing? Thanks for stopping in, man. Thanks for stopping into the show. Show Paul some love from the Insane Wheels family. I know. I happen to know him. It's good to see you, Paul. I figured you'd. I'm gonna tell my old lady the same thing, man. She got to change her name and put Peaches on there. That's what she usually goes by. Everybody, if you can help it, I discourage using your real names on YouTube. Just in case there's assholes out there that try to want to dox you or whatever, tell everybody about you, get you fired from your job. Then the assholes are out there. You know, sometimes I have a hard time even thinking that that's real, but I had it happen to me not too long ago. All over a stupid post picking on Kamala Harris. she got under there and went off, said she's gonna call my work and everything else. Yeah, I was like, go ahead, I don't care. I said, I'll bet you one of the most important people at the company probably liked this post. They're laid back family company. They don't listen to that kind of garbage. one of the best things about working where I work at. I don't have to worry about that. And they're good people, so it's nice. Sometimes working for smaller companies nice. Don't have the best insurance, which bugs me, but it's hard for some of these smaller companies to negotiate good terms on these, the way insurance has gotten. And insurance is such a freaking scam, man. They'll hit you for, if you want to get family coverage for your family, they'll hit you with like $400 every 2 weeks. And for some people that only make $500 every a week or whatever, you know, they hit you for damn near all your paycheck. Then turn around and have a stupid, crazy high deductible on top of that. It's like, come on, man. You pay that much money for medical insurance. The deductible things, that's just not right. Or you get a super high deductible, you're collecting money off of us anyway, like crazy high amounts of money. Just the whole insurance thing is such a scam. Yeah, it's the industry. The industry is that is their job, is to tell people no. Unfortunately, it's the only way they make. Well, you'd think the whole idea behind insurance is if you get like 1 million people on insurance spending $100 a month, you know, how much money are you bringing in? And then in that series of people, how many people needed this much medical attention, you know, in this amount of time? If you figure a quarter of them people need medical attention, you're still making a buttload of money. And the whole thing's a scam. They take so much money from people, especially when it's forced. It's like a lot of things they want to force into law, force people to do. If people want to take the risk of not having it, they should have that choice too. Oh, you guys. Well, I think I'm going to call today. Try to get some things done. Thank you for stopping in. Maybe this week I'll have some time to work on a few things. I want to work on making the computer less, want to have less technical difficulties, but it's going to take me some time to dig through it and probably uninstall some programs and all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, hopefully this week I'll have time to do that, and then I'll have time to do some editing on, I want to do a new intro. I got some cool more new stuff I could put in there that I thought was really cool. So hopefully I'll have time to work on that. I come close. I did an edit and I was really close, but not quite satisfied with the outcome. So I'm my own worst critic. It's got to be just right, or I'll just keep using the old one until it's right the way I want it. Don't forget to stop by Redneck Side Motorcycle Whips this evening. He's got a cool interview with El Dominio, or the rapper guy. And I'll try to stop in, see everybody there. Until next week, 2 o'clock next Sunday. I'll see you then, and I'll see you in the meantime. I'll see you in the chat rooms, and until then, much love, honor, and respect. God bless everyone, and thank you. This show's only possible because of you, and I love each and every one of you. Later.
Hittin' it with HardWire, we're burning it bright. Living on the edge, we'll ride through the night. No fear in our hearts, just the roar of the steel. Together we rise, now this life feels real. Yeah, held a new path on that twisted black line. A YouTube dream where his past can't confine. With every rev, he's reclaiming his soul, teaching the world how to ride, how to roll. shadows surround.